Welcome to ASSN, the Adult Sports Situation Network. I'm joined here by my co-host, Mike Stats Seibel. How you doing tonight, buddy?
You know, we're here.
Yeah, we're here. We're in Chicago.
We're in Chicago. We're seeing some strange baseball today.
Yeah, we're seeing some strange baseball. No matter there's canceled flights, no matter what we go through, we still made it, and we're going to see this whole thing through. Today, we'll start with the Cubs. How do you think they look today?
You know, the pitching was just sick. I mean, Cade Horton, what can you say about this kid? He saved our season. Came on when Shota was, on the DL, and, he just dominated today. He was a little wild early, had 2 walks early, but came back, pitched 5 innings. Council lifted him after, 71 pitches, but our bullpen did really well after that.
Yeah, which is a great thing because when you're clinging and hanging on to a 1-0 lead, that can evaporate quick. And as we saw when Palencia came in with the wind blowing in.
Yeah, you got a little lucky, but you pitched to your conditions. So, Palencia, he can get away with a little bit more, and pitchers know they can get away with a little bit more when the wind's blowing in. When the wind's blowing out, if he pitches that same pitch, it's on Waveland Avenue.
Yeah, it's a 2-1 loss.
Well, it's tied up. Well, yeah, there was a man on first, so it would be 2-1 loss.
Yeah.
Of course, some of our balls would have gone out too. So, literally, the Cubs had 4 hits. I think they had 3. It was like a 7-hit ball game. It was an hour and 58 minutes long. What a quick game. I don't think I've ever seen that quick.
Yeah, that might be one of the fastest games of the year.
That reminds me of those Maddox games where he had 81 pitches and he was, and got a complete game shutout. So.
Making quick work.
Yeah, so, Cade's going to be great.
Yeah, Cade Horton is looking amazing. And right now, as we look at the Cubs and how things are going to be down the stretch, right now in the National League Central, we're looking at 3 teams.
Yeah, we're looking at the Reds who loaded up at the deadline. Milwaukee, I still don't know how they do it other than they get a lot of draft picks. It's a small market, team in this situation. But, other than that, you're going to see the Cubs. St. Louis, they lost to the Padres today, who are a really, really good team. Pittsburgh, well, they have Paul Skeens, so they get 1 win a week. But they also must not have a bullpen because they gave up 17 runs to the Rockies today.
That's incredible.
I'm glad they sent Rogers over to us, Taylor Rogers over to us. They obviously needed him today, but 17 runs to the Rockies.
That's crazy.
Losing 17-16. Wow. Rockies kind of coming up out of the cellar. Not as much as the White Sox.
Yeah, the White Sox, surprisingly, as we were at Giordano's having dinner today with eating pizza, we saw them pretty much putting on a good show. It was 5-3 last I looked.
They won 6 straight.
6-3?
So, yeah, they're coming back since the break. They're playing over 500 ball, which, for the White Sox on the south side, we haven't seen that for a while.
No, not at all. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, but the other thing is that what we're looking at here is not only a tight race in the National League Central, but how are things looking over there in the American League East? American League East,
Toronto lost today, but they're, still one of the better teams. Wow. Yankees are reeling. They got walked off in a 13-12 loss today to the Marlins.
That's crazy.
Who've been playing well.
Yeah.
But that hadn't happened in 85 years.
So, 85 years.
So, that was something that hadn't happened to the Bronx Bombers in 85 years. So, with Judge on the IL, you got to be worried about this team.
Yeah.
They're just not as good as they were last year.
But the thing is, just looking at the season, excuse me, guys. Just looking at the season, I didn't see them falling apart like this. And they actually were falling apart a little bit earlier than before Judge actually went down.
That is correct, and I just see they're not gelling as a team. I don't know. Maybe it's the curse of Bellinger. I can't tell you. We weren't gelling as a team last year, but if they keep going down this road, they could miss the playoffs. They got a tough Boston team behind them. We're playing the Orioles.
And Toronto in front of them.
They got Toronto in front of them. They got the Boston, Red Sox a little bit behind them. So Boston can come and overtake them. I think as for the rest of the teams in the East, they kind of suck.
Yeah.
But
and then for the National League West, I don't know what's going on over here. I need some water or something. But the National League West.
So you got the Dodgers. They beat the Rays today. That's the other team. Rays in the East. They're a good team too. They're going to be tough down the stretch. We play them. The Cubs play them in September. They're going to be a tough team, but the Dodgers, coming back after their horrid 2-16 or whatever 2-14 stretch that they had there, they had to lose 6 games to Milwaukee in that stretch. But now they're playing better again. The Padres, like I said, they traded for everything. J.P. Sears, Mason Miller. I mean, they got a lot of good players over there. So they did well at the trade deadline. San Francisco beat the Mets today. San Francisco, a good team, but they got Rafael Devers on that team who seemed to damage Boston and then damage the San Francisco Giants. San Francisco, I saw them this last Sunday. They don't look that good. They don't look like they're gelling as a team. They look a little dead and listless, and I think Devers has something to do with it. And he must be a problem in the clubhouse because Boston gets rid of him, they go on a 10-game winning streak. San Francisco is at the top of the West; they're gone. As for Arizona, they're not a good team. They traded everybody off, and the Rockies won today. But how many times is that going to happen?
Yeah, not much. And then as you look at Seattle, what do you think about what's going on over there?
Dangerous team in Seattle. I don't want to face that lineup if I'm a pitcher in the playoffs. You're giving up a lot of home runs to Cal Raleigh and Geno Suarez. That's a tough thing. And then you got Josh Naylor at first base from the Diamondbacks as well. So you got a tough team in Seattle going down the stretch.
Yeah.
And they're winning ball games. They beat Texas tonight.
So tomorrow's going to be a very special day. It's going to be a tribute to Ryan Sandberg, number 23.
Wow. 23. You got to go back, to 1984. I know that's 41 years ago. It doesn't seem like it anymore. But I remember being a kid at 23 and watching the Sandberg game when he first got on the scene. 23 in Chicago are synonymous with good numbers.
Greatness.
The original 23 is Sandberg. He came in on that Sandberg game in June 23rd, 1984. And for those of you who are not, old enough to remember this, like I am, we used to watch the game of the week. There would be This Week in Baseball with Joe Garagiola, and then the game of the week, and you'd watch that. And I was so excited. I remember the Cubs on a Saturday afternoon. There's this kid named Ryan Sandberg, 25 years old, had a decent season going. Comes up in the bottom of the ninth and smacks a home run to tie it. Harry Carey goes nuts. The world goes nuts. And then the crowd is just incredible. Bob Costas, who was calling the game for the game of the week, he goes nuts. And then the next inning, the Cardinals score a run, and he comes up again in the next inning and ties it again. 2 home runs in a row to tie this
wow.
game. And they go on to win the game, but it was really what has been marked as the Sandberg game. And it was just kind of awesome because it's June the 23rd. There's a lot of patterns in my life that center around June the 23rd. I mark my life a little bit by the Sandberg game because so many events have happened in my life on June 23rd. So many good things have manifested themselves. And 23 is a mystical number. It's Jordan's number.
Mm-hmm.
How awesome is that? It's a Chicago number.
Yeah.
It's also Psalm 23, which is,
yes.
Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. One of the bigger psalms in the world. It's considered an angel number in some religions. To have a 23 day tomorrow, that's going to be something special. All the players will be wearing the number 23.
Wow, that's crazy. And you said that hasn't happened since Jackie Robinson.
Well, they do it every year.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie Robinson, on April 15th to celebrate, him breaking into the league as one of the first black players. Mm-hmm. They have the number 42. Everybody in the major league does it.
Wow.
One team hasn't done this in a long time, but it's going to be special. 23 with no name on the back for any of these players tomorrow. And, it's a testament. Sandberg is a part of the culture of the Chicago Cubs that goes back to a long time. Ian Happ is a good friend of Sandberg's. PCA broke down coming to the stadium on Thursday saying, I can't play baseball in a world without Brian Sandberg. Andre Dawson, the Hawk, one of the best home run hitters of our time. There's pictures of him devastated by his Sandberg's loss. Rick Sutcliffe, who, one of my experiences as an 8-year-old boy in a minor league game, is when I first met him. He loved him like a brother. Sean Dunston on a radio program was sobbing by the end of it all. One of the things he said is, I love you, I love Rick, I love Carrie, I love Andre, but most of all, tell all the Cubs fans I love them too.
That's deep. That hits hard.
Yeah, 23 seconds of silence today, and there wasn't a dry eye in the house at Wrigley Field. I mean, they're honoring a legend, the best second baseman of all time, whether it be Morgan. I mean, people will say Hornsby or Morgan or even Jeff Kent or Craig Biggio, but Ryan really set the standard in the world.
Wow. So make sure you guys stay locked right here. We're coming at you again tomorrow, probably a pregame. And also from Wrigley and a postgame.
Well, hopefully from pregame from Portillo's. I really like the pregame from Portillo's. I mean, you can't see the huge stomach that's here, but it's getting bigger by the moment as I go into Chicago. It's Giordano's tonight. There's gonna be Portillo's tomorrow. There's gonna be lots of Chicago dogs. There might be an old style beer out there, because I don't know if I could make it through a 23 game without at least tears welling up into my eyes, if not streaming down my face.
Well, just eating and walking a little bit around downtown before we got back here at the hotel. We probably logged close to 3 miles, right?
Yeah, but I ate a lot of pizza.
Yeah, so hopefully we worked that off.
I don't think we worked that off, and it's going to get bigger. I'm going for 10 pounds on this trip. Yeah, I'm gonna put that stuff right on my rib cage in this situation. Might have a little bit of a heart attack, Chicago style, like the Bears people up there. Bill Schwartzky's Bears, I'm still not walking by the edifice of shame down there by that.
Yeah. Well, we're coming at you guys tomorrow. Make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Stay right on the cutting edge of information and entertainment with laughs and sports. That's what we provide here at ASSN. And don't forget, every day that you tune in to ASSN is a day you never got asked out. So, thank you for getting your ass in right here. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Join us tomorrow.
We have everything you're looking for. We are your complete couture sports store. We have sweaters, we have hoodies, we have sweatpants, mugs, face masks, pillows, leggings, backpacks, blankets, yoga mats, beach towels, and more. We're not your average merch store. With top-end designs, you'll definitely stand out from the crowd. So get your merch now at ASSNSports.com and be on the lookout for our digital calendars coming soon. So get your ass in gear.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?